Good morning, boys. Sunday, just after 7. I've got 2 bikes today. I can't ride 2 bikes at the same time, but Craig took his KTM to the shop to get a Recluse. With Craig's KTM 300 in the shop, I thought perfect time for him to try the 390. But the real star of this show, the Beta 200 Race 2023, KYB front and rear, just awesome. About 207 pounds. And guys, this thing rips.
Hang on, so C, make sure my button's not in, button in.
All right, now that Craig has made the transition from 2-stroke to 4-stroke, off we go. These are what we call the original gangster trails, a bunch of stuff that Craig found. I would say it's urban, as indicated by this massive retaining wall right next to the trail. Not the easiest to find your way around, but I gotta say, the quality of the riding was unbelievable. We're like hundreds of yards away from major interstates and huge shopping malls. We got stuff like this. Just to give a little context, this is my first ride on the 200 post break-in, so I'm just starting to open it up for the first time. The suspension front and rear is just unbelievable. It is so good. Supportive and plush, really nice. The new rear shock, KYB, big improvement over 2022. Following Craig on the 390, I was really surprised by 2 things. First of all, Craig has gotten really fast, like I now have a hard time keeping up with him. And second, he's been on that 390 for about 5 minutes. He's already dialed in.
What do you think?
It's great.
These are nice trails, huh?
Really nice. You hear something?
Yeah, I do. Listen.
Yeah, me too.
On my bike, right?
Like a whirring?
Yeah, like a rattling / like crinkling.
Like there's a cable wrapped up, or yeah. Yeah, I'm not a mechanic, but that did not sound good. It didn't stop us from riding, of course, and I have to say again, we're like in the middle of the suburbs here. This is amazing. Actually, you can kind of tell we're in the middle of the suburbs because we pop out and there's the highway. We're cruising along this trail, pop out next to a chain link fence. I almost clipped it and went into the reservoir on the right. Very close. It's exciting to be me. You may recall I had a 2022 Beta 200, which I sold to Nicole. So I finally got my hands on this 23. It's just like I remember it. It can lug, but up top, man, it really rips. It's a lot of fun. Very flexible, and I think probably the perfect woods bike. I already swapped out the stock tires, and I also put in some nitro mousses, the platinums, so I guess basically 12 psi equivalent, and I really like them. I was a little concerned they might feel a little stiff. They're great, and I do not worry at all about flats because I don't have a tube. You can't get a flat. No tube, no flat. I was watching Rich and Craig to see if I could pick up any tips for how to get over these railroad tracks. Then it was my turn. I was focused on my own situation, but check out to the left. That's my 390 cartwheeling through the air. Come on. Ah!
be okay, I think, right?
Well, your dignity's on the ground back there.
What is?
Your dignity.
You have to buy new plastic?
I think I might have a set.
Well, invoice me.
You're taking a look. Are you having fun?
I'm having a fucking blast.
Do you like the bike?
I do like the bike.
Good, good. It's yours now, so I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
Because with that invoice and that bill.
Is that the rule? You break anything, you own it? You break it, you own it?
Craig seemed truly mortified, and I was perfectly fine with it. Of course, that's because I hadn't seen how hard he hit it right onto the railroad tracks. I don't know. It seems like it was fine. It's a dirt bike. We're friends. It's all good. Did I mention these trails are amazing? Oh my God, check this out. He's flying. So Rich and Craig recently drove together back and forth to the Alligator Enduro. I was curious how it went.
Was it 2 weeks in the car with you, or was it one
It
day?
felt like a year, but yeah, maybe it was.
And it started like 4 a.m. right when we get in. The fucking crazy started.
Oh, yeah. No, I'd probably say I haven't laughed as much, like, consistently in a long time since that ride. That was fucking awesome.
It was. Well,
Hey.
they got.
Did you hear the train whistle?
Yeah, I know,
Let's see
right?
if we can time it.
Let's see if we can do it under pressure.
That's what I need. I need a sense of urgency. I mean,
Everybody was in a good mood, and why not? The bikes are fantastic, except for Rich's, which has apparently another bottom end rebuild in its future. And the trails are amazing. Weather was beautiful. It's a good day. As I started to open the 200 up, post break-in, it is legitimately fast. Perfect in the woods.
That was pretty tough. Hopefully there's just something in here. I feel like it's gotten quieter, which hopefully just means it's smashed up into little tiny pieces and I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, it's probably in the oil now. You don't have to worry about it.
Drain it right out.
the dirt bike guys.
Like, when me and you first started riding, I look back at those videos, I'm like, it's almost embarrassing to like
bad.
look back and be like, how fucking...
Yeah, it's bad.
I've watched them all. So again, I'm certain I'm removed, but you guys got so much fucking better.
You're like, we got better over like this amount of time. You got better over like this amount of time.
It's crazy.
It's unbelievable back there how many trails.
How does that happen?
What's that?
I'm gonna go spit and I just spit on myself.
Oh, that's okay.
All right. It's a two-part system. That's very difficult for me to understand. It's just
You mean less than 3, more than 1?
This bike runs off a depression. I just feed it my vibes and it goes.
Yeah, this is really a nice bike. Everyone says like, 2-stroke, but fuck, I can make a case for this all day.
Oh yeah.
So what's surprising to me is that it works really well in here.
Oh yeah.
You know, where you're like, oh, it's not supposed to work in here, but it works great. And then in the open stuff, in the wide open stuff, it's fantastic. Really rips.
And the power is just so smooth, you know? It's not the chippy power like the two-stroke.
Now, what are you running for tire pressure?
I got 28 and 18. No, I got 12 and 10, I think.
You just completely were like...
Yeah, it was definitely a gentleman's ride, a lot of talking. But, you know, the conversation was high quality. I really enjoyed it, and nice compliment to the riding.
You okay?
Yeah. I think it's fair to say my riding has gotten better, but I'm not quite ready to say that my riding is good. Speaking of good though, the 200, phenomenal, especially in this stuff, right? Nice, flowing, it's not super rocky, and we were just really having a blast.
That was fucking fun. Yesterday I tried doing the Rentham, that fucking hill again. I did it like the rocky stuff. I got it once. I fucking failed twice. I'm like, God damn it. Just not enough balls just to go.
Well,
it's all about balls, really, isn't it?
It's about 85%.
It is.
Even I've noticed hitting the whoops way faster than I feel comfortable to absorbs them so much better than like I'm just like fucking hammering.
Yeah, keeping the front end up and just having the back end hit it. What an energy saver and time saver.
Is that why you just wheelie through them? Basically, right? Just to save energy.
Save energy.
Yeah.
And usually I'm like this, just to make it challenging.
So when I was a little kid, I used to look out the window on the highway and see areas like this and think, you can ride a dirt bike in there. I don't know. Took me a long time to get here, but get here. There you have it, folks. I was able to achieve my lifetime dream of riding next to a multi-lane highway. Your whoops alongside the highway for the huge drop off. Right. Very little margin for error on this section of the trail. I mean, this is worse than, oh, look out for that thing. This is worse than riding in the woods. Those huge stanchions there. Of course, for some people, even a challenge like that is just not enough. That's incredibly steep. That like that wall right there. Like, no fucking way.
That's why Rich wants to do it.
Put your bike down.
That looks really easy from here, but then it goes vertical. And I'm like, I don't have enough speed for this.
A few words about the motor on the Beta 200. Very, very sweet. Nice and smooth off the bottom. Really encourages getting on the throttle early in turns. Good solid mid-range, and then on top it really pulls. But flexible everywhere. It does what you need pretty much all the time. A little more clutch than on a 300, but that's to be expected. But how good is the 390 even in there?
This is a fucking expensive ride, you know that, you know. This fucking day may cost me 12 grand.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Fucking A. I didn't install it once.
Yeah.
I'm in second gear all the time and the higher revs, like you said. I fucking like it. This is not good.
I can't even imagine. One dirt bike. It's like living in a communist country.
This would be a good case for it, though.
You would be happy.
You can do it all, really.
Yeah. A few words about the suspension on the 200 race. It's KYB front and rear as opposed to Sachs on the standard. So clearly worth the premium to get the race model. I really strongly believe that. The fork is fantastic. We knew that from riding the 2022 model. And the shock, now a KYB, perfect complement to the fork. Plush and supportive, spot on. Good though.
First stop. You good though?
One thing about the 200 that I do plan to change is the rider compartment. It's a little cramped for me. I moved the bars forward one position, and that helped quite a bit. And I'm also going to get the Fastway pegs to lower it. I think it's about 8 mil. That should fix the problem. But, oh, well, I guess Rich is all done. Yeah, the wheels started coming off a little bit. Rich went off track, and then Craig picked up a giant tree. Craig's got a tree.
Go follow him! He's got a fucking tree on his fucking thing.
All right, you'll be happy to know we fixed the emergency. We removed the tree. It was about 1 inch in diameter. And then I tried to keep up with Rich for a little while, and that was somewhat less successful. Definitely went on reserve that time.
Well, you saw where I fell. Came into that mud section a little bit too hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean I'm tired. I don't have enough seat time, and I'm pushing it, and I can tell that I'm like starting to get like fucking sloppy, and I'm going way too fast to be fucking getting sloppy.
Man, we must be getting pretty old, guys, because now we know when to quit while we're ahead. I guess that's a good thing. Speaking of being ahead, the Beta 200 race, fantastic. So pleased with this bike. And as you could hear from Craig, the 390 is still just an all-star, converting people to the 4-stroke. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Keep those comments coming. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you for the next one.
Well, I come from a little bitty home.